I'm Forrest Saunders standing inside the state capitol. Well, it took a little over a month, a few weeks of GOP infighting, but what we're left with, 3 immigration reform bills that have just been signed into law. The third time was truly the charm for Florida Republicans Thursday.
Here you go. Great work. Big deal right there.
As Governor Ron DeSantis and legislative leaders got most of what they wanted, a slate of bills to crack down on illegal immigration ASAP.
And guys, buckle up, because this isn't just window dressing. We are getting to work. You are going to see a lot of things happening very quickly.
It came after more than a month of fighting between the 2 branches of government, Republicans attacking Republicans in 2 previous special sessions. A tidal wave of angry tweets, recall petitions, and fiery rhetoric.
To borrow a phrase from the citrus industry, I'm wondering if you feel like all of this effort, if the juice was worth the squeeze.
Here's what you have just seen. The Florida legislature, along with the governor, have been laser focused on keeping Floridians safe. This isn't about us. It's about Floridians, and I feel like Floridians won today.
Effective immediately, illegal immigration, now a state crime. In-state tuition for undocumented students ends at the end of the school year. More than $250 billion getting handed out for immigration enforcement, and there's a resolution to who should be Florida's immigration czar. The Florida cabinet forming the state immigration board.
Even though it wasn't done as quickly as I would like, which, being in a perfect world would have been a couple of weeks ago, we still delivered something relatively quick to help Trump with his agenda.
For Republicans, this agreement marks a cessation of arms and a compromise. Potentially more work in the regular session as well. That could include stricter work eligibility screenings, no longer just for about 15% of Florida businesses with 25 or more employees.
It's something I certainly am open to. I'm very disappointed at how poorly enforced the bill that we passed has been. It doesn't do us any good to pass laws if the ones we have on the books aren't being used.
Democrats were widely opposed to the legislation in both chambers. They consider it cruel, unconstitutional, and worry about how it'll be enforced.
These policies right now, there's no way to fully implement them if you don't pursue racial profiling.
That's as DACA recipients condemn the decision to strip away waivers for in-state tuition.
I know, speaking on my own behalf, if it wasn't for in-state tuition, I wouldn't have been able to continue my academic journey. I would have stopped right after high school. There is no other option for a lot of us.
Some Republicans have said they're interested in finding funding to help those currently enrolled avoid the coming increased costs of college. The House Minority Leader vowing to work with them to find a path forward if possible.
I still think there are aspects of at least, the 2 bills that are patently unconstitutional, but if we could do some good and help our dreamers, I think that would be amazing.
And DeSantis says he's still committed to doing those other topics I mentioned, like condo reform, ballot petition reform, and hurricane relief, but it's going to have to wait for the regular session, which starts March 4th. That's the latest out here at the state capitol. I'm Forrest Saunders reporting.